motherfuckers. What's happening, hellraisers and harlots? Hey there, all my bad bitches and unproblematic niggas up, down, and all around the internet. It is I, the one, the only, Kimber Shan. Don't call me Kim Ho. It's okay to be extra because I tell it like it is. And welcome to A Quickie with Kimber Shan, the show that gives you the facts, foolery, the fuck ups, tells you something, and drops some Kimspiration, all in 20 minutes or less, because who doesn't love a quickie? Happy Thursday, everybody. No video today for those of you that watch me on YouTube, but we will be back with the video next week. My energy just wasn't aligned for the video, but I still had some shit to say, so that's why I'm right here. But let's jump right into facts, foolery, and fuck-ups.
You uncultured swine!
So this story that I saw floating around, and it was very upsetting. A woman was hit in the head with a brick for refusing to give her number to some random-ass nigga. Apparently, she was at a food truck or something. Somebody was outside with some food and she was trying to order some food from some place. And I guess the guy asked for her number and she declined, and he took it upon himself to hit her in the side of the face with the brick. There were plenty of niggas around and nobody decided to do anything to help her. And it is just a sad, sad, terrible story. After she got hit, apparently the guy got in a car and drove off. She has no idea who he is. He hasn't been caught. And she was crying out like for help, like somebody do something. And the people around her were like, what do you want us to do? Surrounded by niggas, and not one of these niggas did anything to protect her or help her. And it really broke my heart just seeing her cry out like that, and just her story, and just her going to the hospital and just having to deal with that type of violence for just turning someone down that asked for her number. Is disgusting and despicable behavior, and it really hurts my heart because as a woman, men are constantly approaching you and asking for your number, and there are times when they will get violent or angry towards you because you said no. But the fact he took it to the extreme and hit her with a fucking brick, like the disrespect and the disgust, like that shit really, really upset me, because all she was doing was trying to get some damn food, and here come this nigga trying to talk to her, and I'm sure she respectfully declined, because she doesn't even seem like the type of person that would do the most in this area. But whether she did the most or not, none of those things equate to being violent towards her. None of those things equate towards picking up a fucking brick and causing harm to her because she didn't want to give you your motherfucking number. It's fucking crazy to me. And the niggas around upset me as well, because y'all did nothing. And it's one of those things where I see it all the time. Men, you're around people that are terrible men. You're around people doing horrible things to women, and you don't say shit. You're literally an accomplice to some bullshit because you didn't stand up or say anything. And you just let it happen. You're just as fucking bad. Men, if you see some bullshit going on, help. Do fucking something. And if you're sitting back and not doing shit, you're a part of the fucking problem. And I'm sure you have seen a nigga be violent or cuss a bitch out or do something terrible to a woman because she rejected him. I'm sure you've seen that. And you can take it upon yourself to say, bro, chill the fuck out. It's not that deep. Why are you doing that? Can you not take rejection? Is rejection that big in your eyes to the fact that you have to express violence towards someone because they rejected you? Mental illness. Shit, it's beyond mental illness. Like, you just have no respect or courtesy for women. And specifically in this case, a black woman. Now, she was a dark-skinned black woman that this happened to. And of course, in our society, when you're darker skinned, people see you as more masculine. And that could have something to do with the reason why you fuck niggas didn't get up and fucking do something to help her. So this is not only violence against women, it's colorism, it's fucking hate. Like, it's just so many things terrible about this story. And I just wish somebody was there to beat the fuck out of the nigga that did this. I hope they find him. I hope he gets arrested. I hope that somebody does something, because this is unacceptable. He hit this woman in the head with a brick and he's still out here walking around living his life free with no consequences. And I promise you, this isn't the first woman that he's inflicted some type of fucking violence on before. When is this going to stop? When are people going to stand up and say, I'm going to protect you no matter what? And another layer of this that pisses me off is the conversation online. Once again, is so negative surrounding a woman that is a victim. People are saying, oh, she must have did something to deserve that. What could she have done that would justify a nigga hitting her with a fucking brick? There's nothing that she could have done that would justify that. People are saying, oh, he probably hit her because she might be trans. How the fuck was she trans? And even if she was, that still does not justify her getting hit with a brick. And she's not trans. They literally found her page on Twitter, pulled up videos of her talking, I think she was a part of the community. I think she was queer. And they're using all of these things to justify the reasons that this happened to her. What does her being queer have to do with her getting hit? What does that have to do with violence being enacted upon her? It's all bullshit. The fact that you guys can create a narrative about a situation to uplift the fucking abuser. The world that we live in is sick as fuck, and I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of abusers being uplifted constantly and victims being shitted upon. It's terrible and it's sad and I fucking hate it. And I fucking hate all of you people that are a part of the fucking problem. But unproblematic niggas of the world, if you see violence being done towards a woman, stand up, do something. And don't just let this shit happen, because if nobody stops it, it will just continue. It's not right. And it needs to end. So let's move on a lighter note. A much lighter note, actually. Beyonce's birthday show happened on Monday night in LA, and it was a celebrity-filled event, okay? Meghan Markle, royalty in the building. Harry was in the building. Tia Tamera, Alicia Keys, Jennifer Hudson, Zendaya, Adele, Justin Bieber, SZA, Brandy, Quentin Victoria, Monet, Gabrielle Union, the Kardashians, Leonardo fucking DiCaprio was there. Like, the list goes on and on and on. Like, she is the celebrity of the celebrities. Diana Ross came out and sung her happy birthday. Everybody was gagged about that one. Like, crowd went crazy. Kendrick Lamar came out to do his verse on America Has a Problem. And like, it was a great show from the clips that I've seen. And it seems like she had a wonderful performance for her 42nd birthday. She gave a speech at the beginning, a very heartfelt, loving speech, thanking everybody and just being so grateful for her career and that she's been doing this since 1997. I love the fact that she gave a shout out to the members of Destiny's Child, Kelly Rowland, Michelle Williams, and the original other two members, Latavia and Latoya. So shout out to all of them, and the fact that she, included her in her speech, because, without them, she would not be where she is. She had to go through the journey with the group and all the things that she got to pursue and establish with the group to get to the point where she was able to do her solo career and excel in the way that she has. So I just love seeing all of it. I love seeing her success. I love all things Beyonce. So shout out to her and happy birthday to the queen once again. In case you have not heard, COVID is back. And honestly, it never left, but a new strain is among us. So please wash your hands, wear a mask, vax the fuck up, and protect yourself, because it's something that you don't want to get. Point blank. You had it before. Like, it's just not a fun. It's a terrible experience. And just be safe, wash your hands, and take care of yourself, because that shit ain't no joke. And 10 out of 10 would not fucking recommend. So my next story, child, this story right here was something else. Somebody shit the plane. Yes, yesterday a flight from Atlanta to Barcelona was forced to turn around after a passenger had diarrhea all the way through the flight. Meaning, I guess shit went left in the bathroom and it leaked into the aisle, and the whole flight smelled like shit. could you imagine being on an airplane and there's shit that leaked into the aisle and you have to fucking smell it? The pilot decided that it was a biohazard and he made the call to turn that fucking plane around and take that shit back. The fact that this flight came from Atlanta, embarrassing. Why are y'all fucking embarrassing my city like this? Like, goddamn. But apparently there are clips about it online. If you type in diarrhea flight, you'll see when they landed the flight, they had to rip the carpet out of the plane because that's how bad it was. And the flight attendants decided to spray some vanilla scented stuff in the air to cover up the smell, but all it did was make it smell like vanilla flavored shit. So imagine being on a flight and experiencing, this is like, to me, this would be the flight from hell, because I do not want to smell your shit and I don't want to see your shit. And if you look at the clips online, the shit was literally in the aisles, like just disgusting, horrible, terrible. I feel so bad for people on that flight and the crew, and it's just, God, that's awful. And I'm a person that I don't even like using the bathroom on a plane, but if I have to, I will. And I have had a terrible stomach ache on a plane because I drank way too much coffee before it, and I have had to go very badly on a plane, but it never was to this extent where I had diarrhea or where like my bowels were fucked. It's just, child, what a terrible, terrible experience for everybody involved. And the person that did it, I know you motherfucking embarrassed. I wouldn't show my face ever. Like, I would have hid in the bathroom till everybody got off the plane, because like, baby, that is a type of embarrassment that I could honestly not fucking bear. Like, goddamn, you shit the fucking plane. Fuck. Okay. Like, all I can do is laugh because it's just so ridiculous. But let's go ahead and move on to my next segment. Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Oh, let me tell you something, honey.
And recently I did a journal exercise where I listed my values, and I got some great insight on what's important to me and my priorities, because knowing what your values are is kind of like a guide that steers your life into the direction you want it to go in. Like, your values are your real desires for how you want to behave as a person. Your values, they're not about what you want to gain or achieve or what you want material wise, or it's not about any of that. Your values are about your behaviors and your actions that you take on a daily basis. And that's why I feel like values are super important. So taking the time to get clear on your values, it can help build your confidence. It can help build your self-esteem. It can even help increase your level of happiness, because if you know what your values are, you're clear on who you are and what matters to you. And there's no right or wrong when it comes to values. Like, if one of your values is to be the baddest bitch walking this earth, then be it, do it, go for it, make that a priority. If one of your values is to be independent, then be self-sufficient and do things your own way and really ground your being in, I'm an independent person. If one of your values is respect, be respectful towards yourself and others. Be polite towards others and be considerate and show positive regard, because that's what a respectable person would do. I mean, for me, helping people is a big value of mine. And I have like just this innate desire to provide service, to help others, or provide inspiration or knowledge or enlightenment. Like, I love doing that. I do it so much. Like, it makes me feel good, you know? And I love sharing my experiences and trying to guide people to a positive light. And if I can make a living by doing that or helping people in that way, I literally feel like I would be living up to a core value of mine. And that's one of the reasons I do this show, because I feel like I finally have a place to put all the advice and things I've learned and things I'm experiencing somewhere where people can hear it and feel it and get that enlightenment and inspiration that I really just want to bring to the world. So that's why the journal exercise of listing your values, I think, is very helpful towards your mental wellness, just towards your steps towards being a whole, fulfilled individual. So learn your values, people, and get some clarity about who you are and who you want to be in this world. I promise you it's worth it. So let's go ahead and move on to my last segment, Kimspiration. And for Kimspiration today, my quote is, the only way you can ever feel whole is if you own your truth. Own your truth and you'll find yourself again. You got to own it. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Just owning who you are, loving who you are, being honest with yourself about who you are, and taking those little pieces of you and just bringing light to it, shining as bright as you can. Like, whatever it is about you, whether you're goofy, whether you're silly, whether you're clumsy, whether you're a nerd, whether you're into anime, whatever it is about you, just bask in it, because that's how you own your truth, and that's how you become free, and that's how you really have a fulfilling life. So on that note, thank you so much for listening. I appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time to hear me talk my shit. You know what I'm saying? Follow at A Quickie Pod. Follow at The Kimber Shan Show. Check us out on YouTube. And remember my 3 principles. Love yourself, respect yourself, and accept yourself. Bye.